Hey, Robbie, good morning.
Hey Jesse, how's it going?
Good, thanks. How are you enjoying this fine
Oh, it's lovely.
Gotta love the rain.
Absolutely. Just been walking through it, having a lovely time.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, congratulations on winning or being nominated for Client of the Month or Trainer of the Month, rather.
Client of the month. There you go. Winning both categories now.
Yeah. Well, when I looked at the team this month, I really, you really were like shone through out of everyone. So that's why I decided to nominate you. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to quickly read your bio. Just take a minute to read it.
Yeah, sure.
So, Robbie has been a personal trainer for over 3 years, starting in England, transferring over to New Zealand, and now honing his skills in Vancouver, Canada. He developed a love for training through his own personal experience in competitive sports, having competed nationally in rugby, rowing, skiing, and squash. Robbie is highly experienced in breaking a sweat. Throughout his athletic years, he became accustomed to injuries, something nobody should ever experience. He was drawn into the field of rehabilitation because he was tired of himself and his teammates always being broken. He completed sports therapy. He completed a therapy degree, providing him with the knowledge to reduce injury prevalence. So a ton of range. Like when I read that, to me, it's like this guy has got a ton of range. Like you can take it
Yeah.
up with advanced clients, and you can take it all the way down to like a rehabilitative level. Um, and so, tell us a little bit about like that transition for you, and tell us a little bit about like um, what your training like career has been like so far.
Um, so the transition was kind of that from uni. I realized that you get more time with clients as a as a personal trainer than as a physio.
Mm.
Um, which obviously means that more time spent with them means that they get fixed faster, or that's the hope anyway. So yeah, that was kind of the transition and my thinking behind it. It was kind of, yeah, more time spent with clients equals better results. So it was kind of a bit of a no-brainer. Um, and then sort of experience as a trainer has been, I mean, it's been fantastic. I've met a lot of people, um, and seen some very good results, really. Um, yeah, I mean, seeing clients lose sort of 20 kilos in 6 months, seeing people go from broken legs or ankle surgeries and stuff like that to back into playing sports. It's been amazing to watch. And you get a real good sort of the sort of the happy feeling seeing that all happen and when it happens for them.
Oh, totally. It absolutely is the best part of what we do. It's super rewarding, and I have to agree with you that seeing people more is going to make it much easier for us to deliver results. When when I had a client, let's say for an hour, and they could only afford to train with me once a week, transitioning them to the 30 minutes and allowing them to be able to come in more often, it was a no-brainer. Like they saw
Absolutely.
much better results.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, I looked at when you started with Fin30, and you started with us in October, so it's already been 6 months.
Yeah,
Time flies.
absolutely.
Um, but it's been going really, really well. You last week completed 80 appointments. I don't know if you know that. I looked at your schedule last week, and you actually trained 80 clients.
Yeah, did not know that. It's a lot.
It's awesome. It is.
Pretty good going.
Yeah, and you did that without even breaking a sweat, I don't think.
It was sure, we'll go with
This week you've got about 60, so it's great to see that your schedule is filling, and you've also are in a process of making a transition. Because when you came here, you started with two gyms. Is that right? So you were working for
that.
us, and then you were at Equinox, and now you've been making that transition over to Fin30. Um, is it because you love the clients, you love me so much as boss? Is it because of the studio? Like why is that you're making more time for this?
It's just I love you, Jesse. That's all.
There, that's that was the answer I was looking.
Yeah, absolutely, right. No, it's I've realized over the years I like small gyms. Like they've got a much better community than the larger gyms, sort of the Globo gyms. People actually come in and talk to you. People like to have a chat and laugh with everybody. Whereas the Globo gym, sort of everyone comes in, headphones on.
Yeah, like that's really what we've tried to create with the studio, and I have to agree with myself. I don't think I could ever see myself working in that type of environment.
Yeah,
Um, Often people forget that where we work, it's just simply like a group of people that we hang out with, and if you don't enjoy those people, then you shouldn't really be spending your time there or a whole lot of time there. Like um, I I've always felt that, yeah, not only with like the people that I'm working with, but also with the clients. Like I
yeah, absolutely.
love our clients.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I mean, the environment that's been built at Fit and 30 is definitely different to most, or at least, well, every other place I've worked at. I think, yeah, the community is fantastic. Everybody kind of knows each other and likes to chat with each other, which makes it a very nice place to work.
Yeah, well, again, we're glad to have you. And you've recently taken on a corporate account, actually Fin30's first corporate account. How's that going? Because I know it's a different group of people. They're all coders or programmers or
Yeah,
uh, video game designers.
yeah, it's a little different. It's been an adjustment, but I mean, they work hard. It's been fun to watch them sort of come out of their shells a little bit. Um, Getting sort of, I guess most of them don't really know each other, whether
Okay.
that's through being in different teams or just being sort of within their own space. But it's been fun to sort of see them come out of that a little bit and actually get to know each other as well as sort of having little chats with me every now and again. Um, and yeah, seeing them get a bit more active has been good. Like there's a couple of guys there that hadn't done anything in a long time. I was talking to a lady the other day who hadn't worked out in, she reckoned, 15 years. So
Wow.
it was pretty good to see her sort of starting to get into it and seeing the other guys develop and come through. So it's been nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome.
Love it. And I think they're looking to add a second day with you, which I think is great as well. And that speaks to, obviously they're enjoying it.
Yeah,
You're getting good groups. I think you're getting like anywhere from 15 to 20 people out.
yeah,
Each.
most of the time.
And are there any clients that stand out for you? If you could just quickly share like a client testimonial, like two clients that come to mind when I think about who you're working with are like Sarah and Angela.
Yeah,
Do you want to touch on them, or is there another client that comes to mind that just recently? Or
those two have been great. I mean, I've been with they've been training with me pretty much since I started, and even though they uh, feel like I kick their ass every single time and that they're not improving too much, you can see that they've improved like beyond even recognition. They've been fantastic. It's just I keep making workouts harder for them so they don't realize. But that's fine. I wouldn't want them. I wouldn't want them to feel like it's easy.
that's your style. Your style is transformative. It really is. Like now that I've worked out with you a couple of times, because you have that capacity to take that workout up to such a degree, it's transformative. Like it will actually change. You have to push through mental barriers, you have to push through physical barriers, and anytime people are pushing through barriers, it's like it's rewiring the way that they think,
Yeah,
and then they can take on whatever challenge might come their way during the day or with nutrition or anything like that. And Angela, she because I've worked with her a few years ago, this is probably the most fit I've ever seen Angela. Like you were able to whip her into better shape than I did, and she's like, I don't know how much weight she's lost or how many inches, but she's tiny.
Yeah, no, she's doing really well, and Sarah's doing fantastically well as well. So they're good. They both push each other and they make each other turn up, which has worked out really well for them.
Totally. And that's where, if any of our clients are tuning in, I would highly recommend that they book in with you to experience, workout with you. Again, just because you have that range, whether they have an injury, you can help them with that. Whether, it doesn't matter where they're at fitness wise, you're able to get them to that next level. And that's so important. So that's why, like, if anyone hasn't booked with you, that's why I'd highly, highly recommend that they get one in with you. And now, what I wanted to, what I also wanted to touch on quickly is just to get to know you a little bit better. I know that we touched on your background, we touched on all that kind of stuff, but I mean, you're not from here, right? You've been here now for about 6 months. And the cool part about